week. Who knows what we're in store for here, next, on Madden NFL 25.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Officially beyond the halfway point now, eyes starting to shift to the playoff picture as this Week 10 game gets underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack.
It's intercepted on the first play of the game! And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd, especially as a quarterback. It's your job to quiet that home crowd, but an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
You hear me say all the time, Kate, that football is the ultimate team sport, but there are times as a quarterback it can feel a little bit like golf and match play. And when your opponent gives you a shot, gives you an opportunity with the pick, as a quarterback leading your team, you want to maximize it and take advantage of it.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Right up the gut. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Walker. Touchdown! He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Returning it from the 4. And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And we only saw this group for 1 snap to start the game, Brock. So hopefully we get a longer look at them this time.
You know, Kate, in a lot of ways, it may even be easier to shake that first one off. They're barely on the field. Yeah. So it's really a second chance to write the opening series you wanted.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he takes this in to the 40-yard line before going down. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. They give it to him again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. On the handoff, here's Davis. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And they're going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2. From the 16. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. They'll try and punch it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
3rd and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. Ball on the left hash, 37 yards out. In his 11th year, still knocking him through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's a return from the 7. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And he is the NFL leader in rushing yards as we work through November. He's hoping an excellent season can continue as such here. Play action on first down. That one's cut along the left sideline. That one hits for 30. And it'll give him a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Throwing the out route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And they'll have first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Back Back-to-back carries here. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Back out runs their offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. And he gets this one up to the 10-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Throwing off the play fake here. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw wheeled in by Thomas. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative...
Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And that is a touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And his guys drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense making its way back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That's caught. It's the Clemson rookie. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 2 yards on the pickup. And that'll give him a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Hands off here to Davis. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give him a first down. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. It's a 2-score game early. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pass play now. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
Motioning him from the slot right. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. The screen pass falls incomplete.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
He'll throw it yet again. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They are throwing it again. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Complete out to the right. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives them the first. They bring Thomas in motion. Working inside the red zone. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Still sticking with the passing game. This throw is cuffed. And that will not be enough for a first down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They're throwing it. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home team's ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. They go play action on first. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they bring him down after the pick and decent return.
So many throws in the league attack this area of the field. They love to attack the slot. And for these defenders who have to play that area, it takes great reaction. It takes tremendous intuition. And then just a spatial awareness of understanding where you are amidst that space to go take the ball away. That is well done.
Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds a man right side. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down from the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And it's going to be second down. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree cake that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believe it, your guy can get there.
He has the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Here's a give up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Throwing now off play action. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They go play action here. Buying some time, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Airing it out to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Looking for a throw here. Hits him on the out route. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. too far up there. They can't connect.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll look to throw. Completed to Davis. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fight's deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Their offense ready to take the field now. Their winning streak a very impressive 9 games, and they lead here with a chance to take that streak to double digits. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Handoff now from the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Walker looking to throw. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They gain 14 on the play. And it sets up 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And this one does not go far.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be a 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Now Walker. Coleman with the grab. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
From the 22 on 2nd down. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's Walker. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push their lead to 4.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, well, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. He's back to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. He'll throw it. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. That brings us to halftime. Just a 4-point game thus far. As we'll kick you over now to Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. Coach, take it away.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And that one, all tied.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They've got first down from the 31. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Walker to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Give now to the running back. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 36. Hits his tight end on the corner route. He makes it in for the touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Now the PAT try coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys drive their lead to 11. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now this offense getting set to work here. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a one-score game. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Davis up the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Motioning left is their running back. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Davis gets it from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He's trying to lay it in deep along the right side. Big gain downfield. And in for the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
He's throwing for it. It's caught. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Man, just great work by the defense there, Brock. The coverage really forced that throw short of the goal line, and then they got downhill to clean that play up.
I love that word right there. You just nailed it, downhill. You throw it short, you allow those defenders with great speed and tenacity to come downhill on you. No chance for the 2 points.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Return coming from the 6. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. A give now from the gun. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Walker. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing here, Walker. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. 2nd and 3 now. They'll run here from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They give it to him again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Walker. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Takes the handoff, now to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense more good numbers well into this second half. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. One of the tight ends motioning left. From the 33 on 2nd down. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Walker setting up to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Looking to the air here. He's got a man left.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
And that boot will instead be what starts our 4th quarter. We've reached the end of the 3rd. They've got it with a lead, hoping to carry it across the finish line. On now comes their punter. And he's getting the call for the second time this game. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. The offense getting set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Simple dive up the middle. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Backfield is empty as they motion him outright. Dump off caught by his back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down, ball at the 36. Throwing now, off play action. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Second and 10 now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he'll get it up to the 44.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
They'll throw on third and long. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. They connect for the first. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. And they've got themselves another first and 10. They go play action here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled for a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Throwing off the play fake here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. Throwing from the gun. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
They're leaving the offense out there, and they're going to try for two.
The offense will line up for a 2-point conversion.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. Well, that right there, a very important 2-point conversion, Brock. Their lead now up to 3. A field goal would only tie this one.
Yeah, the math was pretty easy on that one, right? You know what it does. It puts you up 3 and forces a field goal on the other side. But I'll tell you what else I like there, Kate. It's psychology. Puts a little seed of doubt on that other side. Maybe if you come into this moment later in the game, and certainly an injection of confidence for your offense that they can deliver in the clutch.
Has this at the 6. He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back sent in motion left. Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw. Finding Thomas near the sideline. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Davis takes it straight ahead. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They're headed up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a 1-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Austin. These guys trail by 6.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 38. Connection made to Coleman. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they'll take this opportunity to discuss what's next over on their sideline. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Now to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And they're going to have a 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Here he is to throw. Flush down now to his left. And it's a touchdown in the final minute. He's in, and now an extra point would give him the lead and maybe the win. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys take the lead on that successful kick. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Return starts at the 3. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. He'll look to throw it. And he got there in time. He's taken down. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Trying again, following the sack. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. Here he is to throw. Finding Davis. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's out of bounds. That's a 1st down, but only 13 seconds left. New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Davis there to grab it. And he'll get it up to the 44. So there's the timeout called, and we're going to see if they think there's enough time for 2 plays or just one last snap. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And yet another challenger is vanquished as they continue to carry this undefeated season in November. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. This celebration begins for our winners as we say so long from Austin.